Kai had always hated being an Omega. Not because there was anything wrong with being one. He hated the way people treated him because of it. At 21, Kai had learned to recognize the looks. Immediately. The curious glances from strangers, the whispers from other students, and especially the way some alphas suddenly became interested whenever they caught his scent. So, when he received his university housing assignment, he had one simple request. No alpha roommates. Apparently, the university had other plans. Kai stood outside room 407, staring at the name printed on his housing notice. Kai Han, Omega. Underneath it were 3 unfamiliar names. Marcus Lee, Alpha. Leon Park, Alpha. Noah Kim, Beta. Kai blinked, then blinked again. You're kidding. He opened the door. A tall man with dark hair was standing beside the window, unpacking clothes. The Alpha turned around. Their eyes met. Neither spoke. Then the Alpha looked at the paper in Kai's hand. You're Kai? Unfortunately. The Alpha raised an eyebrow. I'm Marcus. I know. Marcus glanced at the names. You read the assignment? Yes. Kai pointed at him. You're an Alpha. Marcus nodded. Kai pointed toward the second bed. There's another Alpha. Marcus nodded again. And a Beta. Yes. Kai sighed. This is going to be a nightmare. A laugh suddenly came from behind him. Wow. We haven't even introduced ourselves yet. And we're already a nightmare? Kai turned. Another tall man leaned against the doorway with a bright smile. Unlike Marcus, who looked serious and intimidating, this Alpha looked effortlessly friendly. I'm Leon. Kai stared at him. You heard everything? Unfortunately. Leon grinned. I like you already. I don't. I'll change your mind. Don't. Leon laughed. Before Kai could respond, a third person walked into the room carrying 2 boxes. Excuse me. The newcomer nearly dropped everything. Which bed is mine? Kai pointed toward the empty bed. That one. Thanks. He placed the boxes down and adjusted his glasses. I'm Noah, Beta. Kai smiled for the first time. Nice to meet you. Noah looked between the 3 of them. So, we're roommates? Marcus nodded. Leon smiled. Kai sighed. Apparently. Noah looked at Kai. You don't seem happy. I requested a room without alphas. Leon immediately raised his hand. Sorry. Marcus gave him a look. Leon lowered it. Right, 2 alphas. Kai dropped his bag onto the bed. I'll survive. He didn't know yet that surviving was going to be the easy part. Living with 3 other people was already difficult. Living with 2 alphas was something else entirely. Marcus liked everything organized. Leon liked leaving his clothes everywhere. Noah liked peace and quiet. Kai liked pretending he wasn't affected by any of them. Their first argument happened on the second morning. Who used my shampoo? Marcus stood in the bathroom doorway. Leon looked up from his breakfast. Which one? The black bottle. Oh. Leon shrugged. I did. Marcus stared at him. You used half of it. It smells good. It's expensive. I'll buy you another. You said that last time. Kai watched them from the kitchen table. Noah quietly drank his coffee. Kai whispered, Do they always do this? Noah nodded. Every morning. How are you still sane? I'm not. Kai almost laughed. Then he felt it. A subtle change in the air. Marcus had stepped closer. His alpha presence was stronger now. Probably because he was irritated. Kai immediately stiffened. Marcus noticed. His expression changed. He stepped backward. Sorry. Kai looked at him. Marcus lowered his voice. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Kai wasn't expecting that. Most alphas he'd encountered didn't apologize. Thanks. Marcus nodded. Then he left the bathroom. Leon watched him go. He's terrible at expressing himself. Marcus shouted from the hallway. I heard that. Leon laughed. Kai couldn't help smiling. Maybe this wouldn't be completely terrible. 2 weeks into the semester, the professor announced a group project. 4 students per group. Kai looked around the classroom. Before he could move, Leon appeared beside him. Guess who's in your group? Kai groaned. No. Marcus sat down beside them. Yes. Noah arrived last. Us. Kai looked at the 3 of them. You have got to be kidding me. Leon smiled. Fate. Bad luck. Same thing. Their first meeting took place at the library. Marcus handled research. Noah organized their presentation. Leon worked on the design. Kai wrote the main report. For 3 hours, everything went surprisingly well, until Kai stood up to get a book. He suddenly felt dizzy. He grabbed the edge of the table. Kai? Marcus was immediately beside him. I'm fine. You don't look fine. Kai swallowed. I just stood up too quickly. But Marcus wasn't convinced. Neither was Leon. Noah stood up. Do you need water? I'm okay. Kai hated being fussed over. He especially hated the worried look on their faces. Then Marcus quietly said, "We're not treating you differently because you're an Omega." Kai looked at him. "We're worried because you're our friend." Friend. The word hit Kai unexpectedly. He looked at the three of them. Somehow during the past 2 weeks, these strangers had become something closer. Not friends exactly. Not yet. But something was changing, and Kai wasn't sure whether he was ready for it. That night, Kai returned to the dorm late. The lights were off. He assumed everyone was asleep. But when he walked inside, he noticed Marcus sitting on the couch. "You're awake?" Marcus nodded. "I was waiting." "For what?" "You." Kai froze. Marcus looked away. "I wanted to make sure you got back safely." Kai's heart skipped. "Why?" Marcus didn't answer immediately. Then he quietly said, "Because I care about you." Kai stared at him. Before he could respond, a sleepy voice came from the other side of the room. "I care about him too." Leon was lying on the couch. Kai jumped. "You were awake?" Leon opened one eye. Unfortunately, Noah appeared from the hallway. "What's happening?" Leon smiled. Marcus confessed. Noah stopped. "Already?" Kai's eyes widened. "Already?" Noah immediately realized what he'd said. That came out wrong. Leon sat up. "Actually," he looked at Kai. "I like you too." Silence filled the room. Kai looked from Marcus to Leon, then to Noah. Noah sighed. "I suppose I'm the only one who hasn't said anything." Kai's heart pounded. Noah smiled gently. "I like you too, Kai." Kai couldn't speak. 2 alphas, 1 beta, and him, an omega who had spent his entire life trying to avoid exactly this kind of attention. Yet somehow, for the first time, he wasn't afraid. He was curious. And maybe that was even more dangerous, because the 3 people standing in front of him weren't strangers anymore. They were becoming something he couldn't name, something that might change all 4 of their lives. Kai couldn't move. Marcus stood on one side of the room. Leon stood on the other. Noah was sitting quietly on the couch, watching him with an unreadable expression. 3 people had just confessed that they liked him. 3. Kai opened his mouth. Nothing came out. Leon broke the silence. "You don't have to answer tonight." Marcus nodded. "We don't want you to feel pressured." Noah smiled softly. "Take your time." Kai looked at them. That was what surprised him most. None of them were demanding an answer. They were giving him a choice. "Thank you," Kai whispered. Then he walked to his bedroom and closed the door. But sleep never came. The next morning, Kai found Marcus alone in the kitchen. Marcus was making coffee. "You want some?" Kai nodded. They stood together in silence. Finally, Kai spoke. "About last night." Marcus stopped stirring his coffee. "You don't have to." "I want to." Marcus looked at him. Kai took a breath. "I don't understand what I'm feeling yet." "I understand." "But," Kai hesitated, "I don't dislike it." Marcus smiled faintly. "That's enough for me." Kai smiled. Then Marcus reached for a cup on the shelf. His hand brushed Kai's. Both of them froze. Kai didn't pull away. Neither did Marcus. For a few seconds, they simply stood there. Then Marcus gently intertwined their fingers. "Is this okay?" Kai nodded. "Yeah." Marcus squeezed his hand. Kai felt his heart race. For someone who seemed intimidating to everyone else, Marcus was surprisingly gentle with him. And Kai realized something. He liked that. Later that afternoon, Leon dragged Kai to the university courtyard. "I have something to show you." "What?" "Trust me." "I don't trust you." "That's hurtful." Leon led him to a quiet spot beneath a large tree. There was a small box sitting on the grass. Kai stared. "What is that?" Leon opened it. Inside were 4 pastries. Kai laughed. "You brought me food? You like strawberry pastries?" Kai blinked. "How did you know?" "I pay attention." Leon handed him one. Kai took a bite. His eyes widened. "This is good." "I know. You're strangely proud of yourself." "I made them." Kai nearly choked. "You baked these?" Leon smiled proudly. "Marcus can cook. Noah can organize. I bake. So everyone has a useful skill except me." Leon shook his head. "You're good at making us smile." Kai looked at him. Leon suddenly became serious. "I like seeing you happy." Kai's smile faded slightly. Leon leaned closer, but stopped before getting too close. "Can I?" Kai knew what he meant. After a moment, he nodded. Leon gently kissed his forehead. It was brief, soft, nothing more. Yet Kai's cheeks immediately turned red. Leon laughed. "You're adorable." "Shut up." "You're blushing." "I said shut up." Leon laughed harder. For the first time, Kai wasn't uncomfortable being wanted. That evening, Kai found Noah on the dorm balcony. "Everyone's been acting weird today." Noah smiled. That's because everyone likes you. Kai leaned against the railing. You're different. How? You don't act like an alpha. Noah laughed. I'm a beta. You know what I mean. Noah became quiet. Maybe that's why I never said anything. Kai looked at him. Noah stared at the city lights. Alphas are naturally more dominant. Omegas are often expected to choose them. Betas are usually treated like we're somewhere in between. He smiled sadly. I didn't want to compete with them. Kai's expression softened. You don't have to compete. Noah looked at him. Kai stepped closer. I like being around you. Noah's eyes widened. Really? Really? Noah smiled. Then Kai reached for his hand. Their fingers intertwined. Noah looked down at their hands. You're making this very difficult for me. Kai laughed. Why? Because I'm trying very hard not to fall harder. Kai smiled. Maybe you don't have to try. Noah stared at him. Then he gently rested his forehead against Kai's. Neither spoke. For a moment, everything felt peaceful. Until, crash! They both jumped. A glass had fallen inside the kitchen. Marcus and Leon stood frozen near the doorway. Leon looked at their joined hands. Marcus looked at Kai. Noah sighed. We've been caught. That night, the four of them sat together. Nobody spoke for several minutes. Finally, Marcus asked, Kai, have you ever wondered why you were assigned to this room? Kai frowned. What do you mean? Marcus pulled out his phone. I checked the original housing assignment. He showed Kai the screen. Kai read it. His expression changed. His name wasn't supposed to be in room 407. Neither was Noah's. The university had originally assigned Kai to another dorm, and Noah had originally been assigned somewhere else too. Only Marcus and Leon were supposed to share room 407. Kai stared at the screen. Then why did they move us here? Noah looked confused. I don't know. Marcus's expression became serious. There's something else. He showed them another document. At the bottom was a note from the university administration. Special Dynamic Compatibility Program. Room 407. Kai's stomach dropped. Compatibility program. Leon frowned. What does that mean? Noah read the document carefully. Then his face went pale. It says the four of us were selected because our secondary dynamics are considered unusually compatible. Kai slowly looked at Marcus, then Leon, then Noah. Selected? Marcus nodded. Kai's heart began pounding. Who selected us? Nobody answered. Then Marcus's phone buzzed. A message appeared on the screen. Unknown number. The four of you are finally together. A second message appeared. Now let's see what happens when the bond awakens. Kai's blood ran cold. Leon immediately stood. Who the hell sent that? Marcus looked at the message. I don't know. Noah's phone buzzed. Then Leon's. Then Kai's. All four screens display the exact same message. You were never randomly assigned to room 407. Kai stared at the three people beside him. For the first time since meeting them, he wasn't wondering who he would choose. He was wondering who had chosen all four of them and why.